Hi, hello. So honored to be here and see so many people. Hi, I'm Agnese. And today I'm not gonna share with you fancy investor meetings or fancy how we raised funds. No, I'm gonna share with you how a team of two people, me, myself, and my co-founder, who is a full stack developer, and my husband. So how we scaled, not scaled, but how we grew Ajelix with zero budget, just grit and patience to 280,000 users. So a quick backstory. So we are 100% bootstrapped. So our team has over 10 years of experience in spreadsheet automation field. You will see later why it is so important. When I joined, actually when we founded Ajelix, I had zero experience in startups, zero experience in entrepreneurship. Actually, my previous experience was in corporate, and I had experience like in administration. So I didn't know what I was doing when we founded Ajelix. I had zero experience in marketing, sales, distribution, and I had to learn all of it from scratch. And so the main problem, the spreadsheet hell, why it is so important to mention in the slide. So we had this like 10 years of experience working in spreadsheet automation field. And the world actually runs on Excel and Google Sheets. I'm sure that most of the auditory uses Excel for some kind of tasks in their business or for personal use. And so the frustration, the errors, the confusing processes, I'm sure that almost all of you at some point has experienced the fear of messing something up in the spreadsheets. And so we knew that the problem was super painful in this market, and so we tried to find a scalable solution to solve this problem. And so we came up with the solution. We started off with like 10 AI tools for spreadsheet users. And so it was super simple at first, like Excel formula generator. And now we have grown into much more sophisticated platform. We have our own BI. And here is our chatbot where you can drop your files and analyze them and create reports and etc. So, but yeah, how did we get there? It all sounds super nice. And how did we get to 290,000 registered users? And let me tell you, be first. So we launched even before ChatGPT was in the market. So here you can see a chart from Google Trends. And so this is a keyword for one AI spreadsheet related keyword which brought us a lot of people and a lot of registered users. And when we launched, there was no real demand in the market. So people weren't searching like AI, Excel-related queries. But when ChatGPT launched, you can see the demand just kept growing. And another thing that powered our growth was the strategy, the decisions that we made when we launched Ajelix. So we decided that we will be SEO first, and we will do only organic traffic marketing. So we decided that we will create a system rather than depending on paid ads because, well, we didn't have like any money to invest in the startup. So we had only our time and we needed to get it, make it worthwhile. And so because we had like this experience in this industry, the spreadsheet problem, we combined it with AI. And that led us to several first positions in Google search. So here you can see we just combined and created a bunch of content, blog articles, where we explain how to solve different problems with AI in Excel. And when the ChatGPT launched, there was like this big bubble where people started to talk about AI. You have to know this AI, and we were mentioned in several industry blog articles like HubSpot. And then it was a snowball effect. There came the influencers who started to share 10 AI illegal tools, 10 tools illegal to know, and we were included in a lot of them on social media. And so here are the five, I would say, tactics that we used and that we fall onto. And so the first one is obsessing over real problems. And we focused on the core spreadsheet user problems because we knew that there are a lot of problems. So we created a content to address these problems with AI. And so when we built, we didn't do it because it was trendy to build an AI tool. We actually built it because we knew that there's a problem and we knew that we can solve it with AI. The second thing is that SEO as infrastructure, or you can change it as marketing as an infrastructure, because we knew that this will be a long game and we have to create a system that will work for us. Instead of getting short-term gains from paid ads or something like that. So, and the third thing, our tool is freemium, so it's free to use. And we also created a lot of like online tools, calculators and different kind of things. So we gave people something for free. And then, of course, if you enjoy it and if you like it, you can subscribe to our tool. And that was also one of the main factors why we grew, because our tools were free to use. And so people started sharing them. And that is the fourth, earned attention over paid, because a lot of people just share their tools because they are free, and they solve this super painful one specific problem. And yeah, and the fifth one, AI is changing super fast, so you need to be able to adapt your product as well as the content, because the user needs just change day by day. And so here are the things that didn't work, actually, because when you're starting, you don't know anything about marketing. It's super easy to fall into a lot of traps, like choosing generic content topics or creating content where people are not even ready to pay for something. And so, or going forward without the strategy, because we didn't have any experience in startup world. So these were like one of the most important problems that we encountered. Also focusing on vanity metrics, like it's nice, oh, I hope I will get viral using this content, but basically the impressions and clicks won't bring you revenue. And so, and actually here is a free template if you're interested, no strings attached. But this template, we created it only 2 years after we were already in the market, when we finally realized, oh my God, we need to understand who is our customer. And so we used this template, we finally understood like their pains, and then we combined them with the content strategy, with SEO, the blog articles, and the social media. So really advise you to do this one. And yeah, and when I usually share this story, people come to me and say, oh, but you just got lucky, right? I'm like, yeah, sure, we got lucky. And I just wanted to include this iceberg chart, because being in one industry for more than 10 years, it is nothing to do about luck. It's like these long hours, obsession, burnout, mental health issues, and like there's such a big underneath this luck. And so the main lessons: infrastructure is your marketing, so focus on creating a system rather than focusing on short-term gains. Quality over quantity, especially when there's AI and it's so easy to produce big amounts of content, quality always wins, and we have tested that. Don't outspend, outlisten, especially when you're a small startup just starting out. If you don't have a lot of funds, your main competitive advantage is by listening to your customers and being super agile and super efficient to adapt your product to their needs. And that is your competitive advantage that I advise you to use it when you're starting out. And play the long game. Building a startup is like starting from 7 years, and it is long. And also really wanted to include this chart because I'm sure you have heard a lot of overnight success stories, and I just wanted to remind that behind the overnight success there are big amounts of work and consistency, and maybe you're there or maybe you're even further, but we each have our own journey, and it's super long and super painful sometimes. Okay, so thank you very much. Connect with me. Feel free to connect with me on LinkedIn, as I share daily posts on how we grew Ajelix and our second startup, Mailerio. And I also have a weekly newsletter. If you're interested, we have a lot of detailed case studies on the frameworks we use to get, for SEO. So feel free to scan and follow and chat up. Thank you very much.